Hi, Impact Council, and I'm the host of the podcast Designing Your Life Today. And so thanks for hanging out with me on YouTube. So today, I want to share some information that I think will help you receive more, open up to get the best that you desire for your life. Or just get the things that you desire for your life. So, I'm going to share 3 ways that you can become more open to receiving the things that you desire. And I want to share these 3 methods because they're really simple, but I'm sharing them because I think we kind of live in a time where people feel like everything has to be a struggle. And sometimes something is a struggle because it's something we really just don't want to do. And so that makes it a struggle. But these 3 things, I think they're very simple. And I think that everybody can do them. And I think it will open you up to receiving. And the importance of that is that if you're not open to receiving, you're not going to get the things that you desire. So let's get into this. Really simple. The first one is in order for you to become more open to receiving, you want to put your desires in writing. Now, if you said, okay, I've written my goals out, I wrote my goals out at the beginning of the year or the end of the year, or whenever you write your goals, and you said, but nothing's happening. Well, here is, well, the part B. Uh, you actually have to write your goals out every single day until it becomes a part of your mind. Okay, your thought process until it just impresses on you to the point where you will do the work without thought. You won't stress over an outcome. You'll actually buy into the outcome as though it's already done. And that makes it a lot easier for you to get the result. So, what you're doing when you are writing these goals out is you're doing a very present moment action. And that's where your power is. It is in the present moment. And so you want to take the time, write these goals every single day. And you can just bullet point them. You don't have to write 4 or 5 pages, and it doesn't have to be very long, but you need to put your attention on the things that you desire. For whatever reason, it's a lot easier for us to put our attention on things that we don't want, things that we don't desire, things that we don't even like. For example, when people are watching the news, they're talking about the bad news. They're not talking about their magnificent life. They're not talking about what's good, what's wonderful. And actually, that's what we're supposed to do if we want to manifest our desires. We're supposed to look at whatever is good, whatever is just, whatever is noble, and whatever is beautiful. I'm kind of putting a few words in there, but I'm paraphrasing a scripture that was written in the Bible by Paul. And he said, think on these things. So when you're writing your goals out, you're thinking on the very things that you desire instead of thinking about the things that you don't want. So that's one way. Now, here's another one. And this one, you've probably heard it a lot, but I'm going to add some things to it. Visualization. That's number 2. Take the time to visualize your goals. That's right. Use your imagination. I've heard some people say that, not many, but I hear a few people that say that they don't have an imagination, or they say that they're not creative. Well, those two kind of work together, but I promise you that everyone has a measure of creativity, and we all have, for the most part, an imagination. If you're reasonably healthy, you have an imagination. So it's important that you uh, use it to visualize the outcome that you're looking for as it relates to your life. And you say, well, when you think you don't have imagination, let me kind of give you an example of why I think that most people have an imagination. Whenever a new movie comes out, okay, like a Marvel movie or whatever, or a movie by, what is it, Pixar. So one of those movies, people flock to the theaters, or they look at it they online, or they stream it on their television. And you know what? They're using their imagination. You see, your imagination gives you a kind of feeling. With it, it comes a feeling. If you imagine that things are doom and gloom, you're not going to feel good. But if you imagine you wake up the next day and you say, you know what? And you see your life, my life is great today, and you see everything working out for that day, you are going to feel good and you can hardly wait to get that day started. So you do have an imagination. So you want to use that, okay, and connect it to visualization. Imagine that the goals that you've written down, that they're happening, okay, that you already have them, that you're having fun with them, that you're participating in them. And I said that you already have them because, again, biblically speaking, the Bible says, call those things that be not as though they were. And so when you're calling something that, well, you can't touch or feel, it hasn't fully manifested yet, well, you use your mind, you visualize it, and all of a sudden you start to feel as though it does exist. Now, here's something extra that I want to share with you as to how you can visualize and stay focused a lot easier. If you think you have a challenge visualizing your goals, then whatever you think, that's pretty much how it is. But the object of the game is to make it easier for you so that you can get the results that you're after. So, first of all, and you may have heard this, vision board. Get some pictures and create yourself a vision board. Now, here's what I want to tell you about the vision board. A lot of people that teach how to put together a vision board, or they tell you to get a vision board, a lot of times they show it to you in the form of a collage. In other words, all the pictures are all jumbled, they're all mixed up. And you don't think mixed up, you don't think jumbled. Our brain needs clarity. Okay, that's how we stay focused. That's how we get things done. And that's how we keep moving forward. Now, think about it. When we're confused about which way to go or what to do, or the famous phrase, I don't know how to do that, then it's because we don't have clarity. So, what do? Nothing. Okay. So, if you have a vision board that's all jumbled up, well, it's just a nice piece of art that you put together. So I suggest that you divide that vision board into squares or each quadrant, okay, 4 quadrants, and you put one picture in each one. And then you put a label over that vision board saying what this is that you want. And now when you're visualizing, you get to see each and every picture with clarity. So use your vision board to create clarity in your mind, not to create the whole, I don't know, jumbled stuff up. Okay, the other thing I want to say to you about visualizing is that if you have a problem visualizing, if you say, you know what, I've got so much stress going on, I can't visualize anything, but I really want this to happen. Let's say if you want a new car, then guess what? You need to get in your old car, your current car, and go to the dealership and actually go see it live. If you want new furniture, if you want a new house, or whatever those things are that you desire, then you want to actually go and see it live. Okay. If it's a piece of furniture, sit on it, sit on that plush couch, and just imagine it in your house. It's a new car, sit in it, test drive it. And remember that new car smell? Okay. And think about how you are going to feel when you purchase your brand new car. So you can actually go see something live, and that's going to create, well, a very strong visual for you. Finally, we talked about the vision board. So we talked about visualizing or going to see something live. But finally, if you say, you know what, my imagination, it's good, it's intact, then take the time to sit quietly and visualize each one of your goals. Spend maybe 2 minutes, maybe 3, visualizing each goal with clarity. But here's the rest of it. Okay, if you have 10 things on your list, I would say don't visualize all 10 things, okay? And spend 20 or 30 minutes trying to visualize each and everything. I would say pick maybe the first two or three, or even just one, and visualize it and romanticize that thing in your mind. For example, I mentioned the car. See yourself driving the car and just what that new car smell is like, and just imagine that new car, what it's going to look like in your driveway. Okay, and see yourself getting in the car, getting out of the car, taking a trip in the car. So you want to make it very real. Okay, so those are three things that you can do to make sure that you visualize and imagine the best outcome for your life. Now, here's the final one, and this is a good one. This is speaking it. Okay, through speaking, you can manifest your goals extremely fast. Okay, but with everything, because everything is energy. Now, if you just speak it in a lackluster manner, like, ah, I have a new car, I'm excited. Yeah, there's not much energy behind that. And there's not much sincerity in it. But so you want to put some energy behind it. I am so grateful and super excited that I have a brand new, and fill in the blanks, whatever that car is. I love driving it. It feels good. It smells good. Bring it to life. Use your words and speak it. Because here's the thing, we are energy. Everything is energy. And you may have heard that before. But the object of the game is for you to actually kind of buy into it and use it and make it work for you. When you are speaking your goals, or when you're speaking about something that you desire and you put some feeling behind it, then you're going to get ideas. You're going to be prompted to take certain actions that will allow you to fulfill that goal. Now, how do you know that speaking works? Well, I always like to use this example. I always tell people, listen, because everything is energy, that means it vibrates on a certain level. And so when you're speaking, if you touch your throat, you'll feel the vibrations. So those vibrations are coming out of your mouth, they're going somewhere, and they're going to bring you some kind of return. That's why it's important for us to watch what we say. And so, okay, I have to work on that. Well, actually, I've gotten a lot better. But the point is that I do speak the things that I desire, and it will bring you a return. Again, that is a biblical concept. Um, I believe it's in Isaiah, and you guys can Google this to make sure that I'm right, because I have a whole list of scriptures that I read. And it says that the words that go out of my mouth will not return void to me. In other words, the words that I'm speaking, those words are going to go somewhere, and they're not going to come back with just anything. They're going to bring me the best thing that I desire for my life, or they're going to bring me what I speak, and especially the thing that I speak with emotion and with feeling. So those are the three ways that you can open up. Now, keep in mind that the opposite side of this is that, well, you can use these exact same methods to to actually shut down the things that you want to receive. For example, if you want to receive love, but you write someone a nasty letter, so guess what you're doing? You're shutting it down. You're shutting down the very thing that you want to receive, because you have to use what I call matching energy. Okay, so it has to match. So if you want love, you use loving energy. Okay. And so you want to keep that in mind. If you want a new car, you have to think in terms of wealth. If you think lack, you won't get a new car. You'll either keep the car that you have, or something will go wrong with the car that you have, or you'll end up, well, you probably won't buy a car that's really no good. But it could happen. So you want to keep that in mind, you guys. Be open to receiving the highest and best for your life. It's how you're made. It's how you're built. And how do I know that? Well, I've never met anybody that says, you know what, I absolutely love struggle and not having the things that I desire in my life. But people want the highest and best. You want the highest and best for a reason, because you deserve to have it. It's in you to desire that. That's how you're built. You're built by design to win. Okay. So you're here to do life with power. And a big part of doing life with power is making sure you use the right energy to manifest the outcomes that you're looking for. So listen, that's all I have for you guys right now, but I'm going to be back with more. Okay, this is kind of fun. Okay, listen, in the meantime, I want you guys to have a magnificent day and do life with power because you're built by design to win. Oh, and by the way, check out our show notes. We've got some great things there for you. Click on our links and just keep hanging out with us.